Hi, I'm Brent.
And I'm Nadia.
And we're the Van Liths. And this is our little house on Sao Miguel Island in the Azores. We're so excited to show you today that we have started renovations on our retirement home. And later on in the video, you don't want to miss, we found a surprise in the kitchen. It's changing our plans a little bit, but we're very happy and we're very excited and we want to show you what we found. We bought the house in 2023. We first went to take a look at it, which we have a video, the video before this one.
We'll link it down below.
I don't know if I know how to do that yet.
We'll link it down. If not, just go back on our channel.
If not, go back on the channel and you can see. We first looked at the house in April of 2023, and we loved the house. It took us a little more than 6 months to get back to the island, to pick up the keys and to start setting up things, setting up a bank account, all those kind of boring things that you have to do. And at the same time, I did a little bit of work on the house, did some work on the outside, cleaning up the yard, and also fixing some of the cracks in the stone walls.
And planted some trees for us.
Yes, and planted some fruit trees. So the renovations in the house really started just a couple of months ago when we were there in January. Because this is our retirement home and we don't live there, we found out that it was getting pretty difficult to do some of the major renovations that we wanted to get done. So we realized that we needed some help. So we found some neighbors that do some wonderful work on their house.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. The work that they did was just beautiful, and they said that they could help us out.
And we will share with you pictures before and after, and also ideas that we have for the house.
So we have a long list of renovations that we want to get done. And because it was so many things, we decided to group them together into different projects.
Again, the first project is going to be the kitchen living room.
Yeah, and so the first thing that we're doing is we're going to open up the space. It is a small house. It's not a tiny house, but it is small. It's only about 800 square feet. So because it's so small, you feel a little bit closed in. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the ceiling in the kitchen and the living room. And this will open up and become vaulted ceilings. So our plan with the ceiling is to put some insulation in between the beams that are there right now and to put a
cedar,
tongue and groove cedar. And hopefully the insulation will help keep the house warmer in the winter and maybe cooler in the summer. The other thing that we did between the kitchen and the living room was remove two small little walls. These walls were not load bearing, they weren't holding anything up, but they were used to close off the kitchen. And this isn't so unusual for the age of the house. Back then, when they built the house, kitchens tended to be closed off and people tried to hide the kitchen. They didn't have very open floor plans. So removing these walls gives us a much more open floor plan.
And then we can get involved with the people we have around us. We like to cook. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen eating area. So moving the walls was just a good idea for us. A no-brainer.
Along with the ceilings and walls, we're also doing the electric first. This is done because we need to set up for things that are coming in the future. So we're not renovating the bathroom right away. However, we do want to put in a washer dryer into the bathroom. But the bathroom doesn't have electric for a washer and dryer. So as we're doing the electric for the whole house early on, we're setting up for our future projects. One of the other future projects includes a mini split that we want to get into the house. The weather is really nice on the island. It doesn't get too hot in the summertime. It doesn't get too cold in the wintertime, but sometimes you just want a little bit of heat or a little bit of air. And it's not so much that you need air conditioning, but it does get very humid on the island. In the summertime, if you just remove a little bit of humidity, it makes it much more comfortable. While doing these renovations, our idea was not to change the house too much. Our village doesn't have a lot of modern homes.
Yes, we like our little village. We like the old style, we like the stone houses, we like the old look. We don't want to make it too modern, or we want it to fit in.
As we renovate the house, we want the house to fit in and continue to fit in with the village and have that traditional Azorian look. We also want to carry that over to the inside of the house. Although a modern house looks really nice, it doesn't really seem to fit into place when everything else is more traditional and not modern. So we like the traditional village look, and That was one reason why we loved this house. We loved the little village that it was in, and so we wanted to keep it looking traditional. And we just wanted to ask, what do you think? Do you think keeping the traditional village look is important? One thing that we are going to change is the doors. I hit my head on those doors so many times.
I don't have a problem with that. He does.
One of the things I like about our location is the church.
Yes.
The church is beautiful, and they play the bells every day.
Every hour, from 8 a.m. till, I think from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And the church is right behind our backyard.
Actually, I think I have a video of the church bells as they're playing. We can
share
play
that.
now.
That'll
Yeah.
be pretty. Yeah.
So our village has a lot of outdoor cats, and that's pretty typical actually in the Azores, or at least on Sao Miguel. Our neighbor has a cute little orange tabby called Tito, and he loves to visit us whenever we're there. He's over at our house all the time.
Yes, the first time we went to the house, he was about 6 months old.
But he loves to come over, and we joke that he's the site supervisor.
Yes.
And the surprise that we found in the kitchen as we started renovating was that we have beautiful large pieces of stone in the wall.
There's a beautiful stone arch that you walk in under into the chimney, and it has a gorgeous all stone walls.
So the kitchen has a traditional fireplace in the kitchen for cooking. And you can actually walk into that fireplace, and then on the back side of that fireplace is a bread oven.
And that was my favorite part of the house when we saw it.
It's so cute. And the inside of the fireplace is all natural stone. So our idea was to keep the natural stone and to just clean it up. But we found that there's nice stone on the outside too as well. So we're going to leave some of the stone exposed, and maybe even going around the corner from the kitchen
into the living room.
Into the living room, there's nice large stone there that I think would look really good to leave exposed.
We have pictures that we can.
Oh, I almost forgot. We're planning on uploading this video on my mom's 90th birthday, so happy birthday, Mom! Was that not recording?
Oh my God.